You know what's strange about highly intelligent people? They rarely look the way we expect. We imagine genius as loud, someone constantly speaking, solving problems aloud, showing off what they know. But psychology research tells a different story. The truth is, many people with extremely high intelligence display subtle behavioral patterns that don't read as brilliant at first glance. In fact, cognitive psychologists will tell you that intelligence isn't about what you know, it's about how your brain processes the world. And that processing shows up through everyday habits most people never notice. They need to be alone. Highly intelligent people spend a lot of time alone. Not because they dislike others, but because their brains are constantly processing ideas. Their minds work overtime. Solitude isn't loneliness, it's necessary. The prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for reflection and complex thinking, needs quiet space to work. Research from the London School of Economics found that highly intelligent individuals actually feel less satisfied with frequent social interaction. Their brains crave silence and thinking time. It's not antisocial, it's how they survive. They ask too many questions. People with high IQs question everything. Not just big philosophical questions, small, everyday ones. Why do people react this way? Why does this system work like that? Their brain naturally searches for patterns. Curiosity becomes a mental engine that never stops running. To others, it can feel like skepticism or criticism, but it's really just a mind that refuses to accept things at face value. They talk to themselves. This might sound odd, but it's called self-directed speech. Studies show that talking to yourself actually improves focus and cognitive control. It helps organize thoughts and strengthen working memory. When you see someone quietly narrating their thinking, they're not losing it. They're actively using one of the brain's most powerful tools. They're comfortable saying, "I don't know." Here's something most people get backwards. Highly intelligent people understand the limits of their knowledge. This relates to the Dunning-Kruger effect. Less knowledgeable people tend to overestimate what they know. Intelligent people do the opposite. They understand how much complexity exists in the world. Admitting what they don't know isn't weakness. It's accuracy. They overthink small things. An analytical brain rarely turns off. The same cognitive processes that solve complex problems also analyze conversations, decisions, and possibilities in exhausting detail. Someone might replay a conversation for hours, examining every word, every pause, every possible meaning. It looks like indecision or anxiety. But internally, it's a brain exploring multiple mental models simultaneously. This is the curse of thinking too much. Their humor runs deep. Humor requires complex cognitive processing. To understand or create humor, the brain must recognize patterns, break expectations, and connect unrelated ideas instantly. Studies have shown a measurable correlation between higher IQ and advanced humor processing. Intelligent people often find humor in subtle absurdities others miss. Their jokes might confuse the room, but they're not trying to be funny for everyone. They're satisfying their own cognitive need for pattern disruption. They change their minds. Highly intelligent people treat beliefs as flexible mental models, not fixed identities. When new information appears, they update the model. This is called cognitive flexibility, a key marker of advanced problem solving. To outsiders, it looks like uncertainty or weakness. You said something different last week. Yes, because last week they knew less. They think better at night. Many high IQ individuals report being more mentally active at night. Some researchers suggest this connects to evolutionary psychology. Individuals with higher cognitive flexibility adapt more easily to non-traditional patterns. The world is quieter at night, fewer interruptions. Their best thinking happens when everyone else is asleep. They observe more than they speak. Instead of immediately responding in conversations, highly intelligent people watch first. They gather information, analyze emotional cues, and then respond thoughtfully. This reflects strong pattern recognition in social behavior. They're reading the room, understanding dynamics others miss. It can make them seem quiet or withdrawn, but they're actually absorbing everything. They search for meaning constantly. High intelligence often comes with increased awareness of complexity in society, relationships, and human behavior. This leads to deeper reflection about purpose and identity. It's not always dramatic. Sometimes it's just a quiet question in the back of the mind. Why do we think the way we do? What does any of this actually mean? Here's what matters. Intelligence isn't about solving equations or remembering facts. At its core, it's about curiosity, a brain that keeps exploring patterns, questioning assumptions, and trying to understand the strange puzzle of human nature. These habits might look like loneliness, overthinking, or social awkwardness, but they're actually signs of a mind that refuses to stop processing, analyzing, and understanding the world. Maybe you recognize yourself in these patterns. Maybe that's not a flaw. Maybe that's just how your mind works.